Today, okay, July 22nd, 2026.
Almost
So today makes it
2.5 years.
yeah,
2.5 years ish.
2.5 years and some days.
And some days.
And some
Because I
days.
started what's it called, 2024 2023 December.
That 2023 December, we
Coach, I
can't really count it. It's
I'll
just
count it because it was some days, but that's the start.
those days were just.
It was after Christmas, Abby. Yes.
It
No,
was
before Christmas.
It was no. It was after. It was after.
It was 28th.
It was after Christmas. So that's what I'm saying. You can't really count that.
Gym on the 26th, and then that was when I was like, everybody basketball. But I had already gone. I checked one academy like that in first stack. They calling me and I said, the money is too much. Let me just focus on my fitness. That time, I was hot. And then did my whole fitness. I was in my fitness journey. And then somebody said, oh, do you play well? And I was like, please. I'm here to gym. I didn't know that the person was actually somebody that I said, then usually I'll be very passive and just say, because I don't know the intentions.
With a straight face.
When people come to me, I'm not a jovial person if you see me outside.
Very, very defensive. Very defensive. Yeah.
What do you want from me? But I said, you know what? So let me actually see what this person has to say. And then he told me to come out on the 28th.
Okay.
And I came here. They were playing a match.
Yes.
I don't know who. And I saw one man.
No, it was like the end of the year kind of celebration.
Like we used to do.
Yes.
Then I saw somebody on close to the bench just shouting. I said, hey, please, oh.
I wasn't shouting.
He was shouting, oh.
I was directing.
He was shouting. And then he said, let us just wait one side first. This match is important. I sat down there awkwardly looking at everybody. And then he just looked at me and he told me, come tomorrow. I said, which tomorrow? This tomorrow. As for this tomorrow, I know how to do this basketball team, but the next day, Coco, I just went, found any of my jogging clothes. And I was just sick, coach. I was sick.
Yeah, you learned to me.
But I showed up. I was here doing ball handling in the midst of everybody.
Yeah.
Christmas.
You should have seen how she started. It was so.
In the midst of, it wasn't one-on-one personal, though.
It was
so many people. They were not like, see, this one, I'm sure you'll be able to. This one that she's starting basketball. How old is she? She's starting basketball now.
At a late age and all that, blah blah blah, this and this. But before we saw that day, there was the story even goes beyond that day. So that was December 28th, right?
Yes, 28th.
But the story actually started January of that same year, 2023. It was in January. I was walking towards the Agro roundabout, and then as I was pushing the roundabout, I just saw one towering figure above a lot of people. I'm like, who is this person? And what struck me the most was that it was a female. I was like, who is this female? And I'm like, man, because I've already gotten one who's a little bit shorter than her, just a little bit. Okay?
Debbie.
Yeah, Debbie. I've already gotten Debbie. Debbie had been with me for 1 year. Debbie came from the state of Kano. Yes. And she came to stay in my house with me. Her parents allowed her to come from Kano, leave Kano, her whole family, and she came here.
Many states across.
Many states. I mean, this like saying from the state of Maine going all the way to the state of Miami.
20-hour drive.
20 hours drives for us in Nigeria. But if you're in the US, it's like saying I'm leaving Maine to go all the way down to Miami or Mississippi. That's how it was. Far apart. So it was like, or you're in Africa and you're saying you're leaving Egypt and you want to go down to South Africa. So she has stayed with me for like a year now. So that day I was just coming back from the training and everything, and I just saw that figure just walking. And what made it now, like I said, was not just for a female, but it was the height and body ratio combination. I was like, wow, this is
an active person.
I didn't say active. This is just a unique person. Active, a unique person. So, but there was a distance between us, and that place is always rowdy. So I was like, should I holler at her? Should I run to her? But it was like the Spirit of God just told me, don't.
Bad idea.
She would think maybe you want to hit on her, you want to flirt or something. The whole scenario was not just
conducive for that type of interaction.
It was killing me on my inside. I was like, God, okay, Who's this person? But I just said a short prayer on the spot. Looking at her still moving, it's like all those moves when you see the ships, going into the
Cinematic
sunset,
pause,
and you're like,
slow-mo.
oh my God, So I was like, okay. I'm like, God, if this person is meant for me, we will meet again. Cause us to meet somehow. And that was it. January 2023. Then now come back to the story of December 28th. It was on the 27th of December that the guy who saw her, who happens to play basketball also with us, he's a veteran.
One of our veterans.
Yeah. So he called me around 12:45 a.m. And I always work into 2-3 a.m. So it was like,
Sending you drew videos at 2 a.m.
That's what it's only. I don't. It's not GP. I don't always send you videos. Anything. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Not all the time.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Your sometimes is too long. You're saying it too long. Don't say sometimes.
Sometimes.
So he called me 12:45. I'm like, okay, what's up? His name is we call him Toronto. Like, hey, Toronto, what's up? It was like, Coach, I've seen a player for you. I was like, what do you mean? I was thinking I was going to say, okay, guy or something, maybe like a 6'10", 6'11" or something. He said, Coach, I've seen a female Toronto player for you. You need to see this girl. See, the way she was, he said one mood was the way you were attacking the weights and you were trying to lift everything.
I was very serious about my health.
And it was the energy. It was like, Coach, you need to see her. I'm like, okay, Toronto, just chill. I was like, this is almost 1 a.m. Let her come with you for the end of the year activity.
I took rice that day.
Yeah.
Did
I give you?
Yes, you gave me one and then I took another
one. Okay. See. The taking extra already started from the one. So he now came with her. Now, when he was coming with her, I now saw two of them walking.
Side by side.
I was just like, I started smiling. I'm like, God, this is the same person in January that I wanted to talk to, but I couldn't talk to. I just stayed calm. But inside I was happy. But I just stayed calm. Because when she even came, I asked her, if you don't know, I don't even know, I asked you, do you know I'm smiling?
Yes, and then I was just like, sir, please.
And she is very
I was very quiet when I started.
Very quiet and very reserved, and just as if, please, nobody should break my fence, nobody should come into my space, and when you give her to do, she's just trying to do it and don't want to be disturbed and anything. Oh, man, she was so self-conscious of it. But I remember one thing was that the first meeting I talked to her on that day on the 27th was so unique because on the 28th was so unique because when I saw her, I told her, I said, hey,
it's not
going to be an easy journey. It's not.
He was not lying.
Late bloomer, you are this tall. It's hard coaching a late bloomer. But now a late bloomer is this tall. I'm like, man, this is going to be a lot of work. I was even asking myself, are you sure you want to take on this task? Because I've tried it with some other people before. Late bloomers that are tall. It was just very hard. They just couldn't give what it takes to build those lost years of not training.
Instinct, endurance, a bunch of things.
So I just feel that I'm very demanding. I know I can be very demanding.
That's not how he said it though. He said,
how did I say
you need to show up. I'm going to need you to show up. It's not going to be easy. Can you do that? Don't make promises you can't keep. Oh. That was the first time that he was talking to me in a very playful manner. And then he was like, we'll enter the same Shokoto. Hope you're ready for that. I was like, I'm just here to play ball.
Oh, man.
Anything you want.
No, because I knew it was going to be tough. And the thing was that my fear was that, or should I say my concern was that, will she be able to take it, to keep up, to handle it? Because, you see, throughout my years as a scout, it has, in fact, the challenge is, can players be consistent? Even when it seems the dream that we are all working for is a little bit far away still.
Vague.
And I think that's one thing I have to give to her. It was consistent. From the first week she started till this very day, 2 years, 6 months, and some days after, she has never missed a week. She has never missed a week.
Even when I'm sick.
Even when she's sick. even when she's sick. Because there are times that she wasn't feeling well on the court. We are training. She has to stop. She has to bend down. She has to go and throw up. She has to go and do this. But she shows up every week, every week. And for me, if I don't praise her for anything,
I'm not praising my patience.
which patience?
Coach, please, let's not start that one too.
Let's not even start it at all. Just leave patience side alone. I will stick to the one me I know. That consistency. I mean, I've dealt with many players, male and female, and very few pass that consistency. That every week, when it seems like it, when it doesn't seem like it, when she feels like it. When I know many times when I told her we are training tomorrow, and you know she doesn't feel
He's
like
telling me I'm training tomorrow from the first. We're leaving training to on Wednesday, and he's telling me we're training tomorrow. The tomorrow is Thursday. Like I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this.
Yes.
I'm come to court, I'm tired.
Because she was starting late, so we had to. We were trying
In
to
the
put.
beginning, we were doing morning and like if we used to do morning, evening.
Yeah.
I think there was a short time frame of like 2 months where we were doing 3 times a day, even sometimes. We do morning. Early in the morning, I'll jog, come here, we do our drills. Then before training starts, by 1, under hot sun.
She's here. And then she would
be very
now
light
do
before.
yeah, she used to be
very light skinned girl.
Then the sun, not me. It was the sun.
The sun.
I used to be light too. Look at me. It's the sun too. Having to train them under the sun, you know. But I think that's one of the things that really helped her, and it has been a journey. A journey. I stop.